making a difference. I'm Bridget McDonald Levy. Our inner cities are often troubled with issues like violence, drug abuse, and illiteracy, and not many individuals or organizations know what to do to make a difference. RISE Life Management Services is one organization that does know, and they have dedicated themselves to making a difference in 6 inner city communities in Jamaica. Join us after the break and we'll learn more. RISE Life Management Services is a non-government organization that was established in October 1990. Its original name was Addiction Alert Services because it was actually an outpatient drug treatment program, the first of its kind in Jamaica. However, since 1995, the organization has shifted its focus to primary and secondary prevention due to a lack of support for drug treatment and the obvious need for education and drug prevention services. This precipitated the change of name to RISE, an acronym for Reaching Individuals Through Skills and Education. Sunita Marin Abrams, the Executive Director of RISE, gave us the details.
We decided to concentrate on at-risk youth, mostly from inner city Kingston, and do drug prevention, HIV/AIDS prevention, violence prevention work, and out of that our community programs evolved.
The organization works in 6 communities across Kingston using a number of programs.
I would say our main focus is on remedial education. We work along with the schools and the teachers and the community members to identify the children ages 9 to 14 that are not doing well in school and need to be able to at least read and write properly. So we have remedial education programs for them in all the 6 communities, including here. We have a center here. We do parenting skills training, we do adults continuing education where we prepare adults to take their CXC exams. We're working now with a young group of children who are getting ready to sit their end of primary school exams. We do life skills training, and what I mean by that, on the life skills training or life management skills training, is we do drug abuse prevention, the same HIV/AIDS prevention. We do communication skills, we do peer resistance skills. We're really training the young person how to get to a point where they can make healthy decisions for themselves, but also to get to a point where they are employable.
RISE has also sought to develop new initiatives such as the recently implemented vocational skills training program.
We have recently signed an agreement with Heart Trust NTA, and we're now a heart training institution. So we started a vocational training program with the support of Heart last month, and we're training young people, 25 young people, in customer service and in youth development.
Though the organization has focused more on prevention rather than its cure and has expanded into other areas, it has not forgotten its roots.
We still work with the addictive services like we did before. So we have a counseling unit, we have a telephone lifeline service, we have a gambling prevention and treatment program, and we work along with companies. If a company identifies somebody is in trouble, perhaps they think they have a drug abuse problem, they will send them to us. We will do drug testing, we'll do short-term counseling, we can do family interventions, and if necessary we can also refer them to one of the other treatment programs on the island.
A wise man once said, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he shall not depart from it." RISE has taken this to heart.
We bring them in when they're, say, 9 years old. We put them in our remedial education program. We put them into our life skills program. We also have a kids club which we have established, and in the kids club they learn to use the performing arts. They do drama, song, dance, they paint. So we really try and work on their creative side, and that's called a kids club. Great concept. Then we take them into another program which is a youth leadership training program, and that's for the older youngsters in their late teens and early 20s. And then we also prepare them to get a job by putting them in a vocational training program. So we are really working with a young person, an at-risk individual, from age 9 all the way up to, I would say, their late 20s.
As with all not-for-profit organizations, funding is always a challenge.
I would like to see NGOs that are doing this kind of community work, especially violence prevention programs, to put us in your budget, because we work on the ground. We know how to do this work. We're efficient, we're effective, and the only thing that we all lack, I believe I'm speaking for all non-governmental organizations, is the funds, not the will. The people that do this work have the passion to do the work, and as I said, we work on the ground, so we have the knowledge, we have learned how to use our financial resources effectively, and we just now need to have a constant we need to know that every year we can rely on a certain amount of funding that's going to come in, so that we're always not scrounging around looking for money.
And Ms. Abrams made this passionate appeal to corporate Jamaica.
Choose an NGO that you want to support. Give us a certain amount a year for the next, say, 2 to 5 years, so that we can rely on it, so that we can do the work that needs to be done. You know, when you talk about a violent society didn't come this way overnight. And when you're talking about hanging, or you're talking about getting more serious, really it's a social interventions that's going to make the long-term difference. But a social intervention takes time. It takes money. It has to be comprehensive. It has to be long-term. You know, they didn't become criminals overnight. So you have to start now and re-socialize. You have to start with the young kids. You have to give them all the services and the assistance and the love that they need, so that they can feel worthwhile, so that they're not going to want to become a member of a gang, but they will be a gang member if they do not have a healthy alternative.
We'll be right back after this break. In seeking to reach young people for education and life skills training, it is important that you use persons who can relate to them and understand the target audience. You are about to meet some of RISE's not-so-secret weapons in their battle against violence, drug abuse, and illiteracy.
I have a cadre of young people, about 12 of them, who are highly trained. They've been working with RISE for the past 10 years, and you're going to meet them shortly. They're very dynamic. They're wonderful young kids. They relate to the youngsters. They serve as role models. They're called auntie, uncle, and they really run the community projects along with our remedial teachers.
Hi, I'm Sean McGregor, and I've been with RISE for the last 10 years. And I'm currently project manager.
Hi, I'm Latoya Ling, and I've been with RISE for the past 11 years. I'm Kamoy Robinson. I've been at RISE for 8 years.
Kirk is the name. I've been part of this family for 10 years now.
I'm Matt Manderson. I've been working at RISE for the past 4 years now. I started out in the community as a community assistant, where I assist with the teachers and the students in terms of remedial education. Based on the lessons and the sessions that I've gotten on life skill topics, I have now required, the status of being a youth development officer working with RISE, right? Where I'm now supervising the adult continuing education program.
Hi, my name is Zan Locke. I've been working at RISE for the past 11 years. I'm the coordinator for the Youth Leadership Training Program, which we formulate 8 youth clubs that's under RISE umbrella.
Hi, I'm Michelle Jones. I've been with RISE for 11 years.